the truth.
Hey guys. Oh, hi, I'm Jim Price, the Jim Price Show Daily Update. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Well, let's make up the date like the government does. We'll say it's Christmas Eve because that's the Christian thing to do. We'll not say it's Jesus' birthday tomorrow, but we are saying it's Tuesday. Oh, wait, that's the 25th, right? Anyway. All right, December 25th. It's a Wednesday, 2025. Well, let me get my regalia on here. I had to figure out how to do all this while we were, and by the way, this is my Christmas sweater of choice. So we are going to do that today. Somehow there's some hooky pooky on. I guess you guys wouldn't be able to see that anyway, but let's see. Seam goes in the back. Oh, over my nose. All right, here we go. Oh, golly, this thing is so small. All right, hold on here. No. Hold on a second here. I think I got it. All right, over to the left. Does that mean I'm gay? All right. Anyway, so then we got to do the headphones. Well, this seems like it's way down on my forehead, though. Ugh. All right, here we go. Go like this, and then, oh, wait, try to go over the top, drag him down. Oh, my gosh, that looks horrible. All right, well, guys, everybody, thank you so much for being here. We'll go ahead and continue the show and the goings-on of the day. I have to, golly, I got to log in. I forget that. I hate this, that I forget the login of this Restream. Oh, of course I don't know it. So, anyway, let me see what I can find here. I don't remember what this one is. Huh. Is that it? No. All right, try this different one. I don't know if I know the login to this. There it goes. Hey, magic. Hey, everybody. Look, everybody coming out. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So if you guys have commented in the last 2 to 3 minutes, I have not seen them because I did not have. I know this sounds crazy, but Restream Chat I have to log into it as a separate account. Not to that Restream can't just be up and doing its thing, that it has to have its own special thing. Ooh-wee, that's hot. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, I said that's hot. Ugh, that's so hot. All right. Anyway, good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And yes, tomorrow is the reason for the season. It's Jesus' birthday, September, whatever it's supposed to be. And oh, wait, is this why we're having a problem being here? And yes, stop. Tomorrow is the not what I did at all. Facebook did that for you guys. I liked the post, and that's what it just did. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Looks like I am running a little late on everybody's calendar here. Here we go. But anyway, guys, listen, the whole idea of what we're doing this for and why we're a part of this big blue marble is we weren't here to be separated into our little corners and be told that we don't belong to each other and we're not each other and all that stuff. Now, I will grant you this. Listen, there's a certain amount of things that we should be looking around at and understand that we need to be different. Am I got an echo on this? So I got a tin sound? Anyway, let's see if if we can get a little feedback on that. Anyway, looks like the usuals are not going to be here just yet, so we're waiting on a couple others. But let me go down through this and let's do a share show. We'll do a share show. I want to make sure that I just want to let you guys know where I'm coming from and all this stuff. And there's a lot of things that I know that people don't always see or understand about each other. And let me do this. For me, when I talk about Christmas, it's because it was never a thing. And one of the problems that I had or situations I had in school is that we always had, like, Valentine's Day, and you had the Easter stuff, and you had your birthday, and Christmas was coming, and here comes Thanksgiving, and all these different things. And I will tell you that I don't know what parents I got or what family I bought into or what contract I thought it was okay to be a part of on the other side, or however you want to line up the scenario of getting through this life as a child. I will tell you that when I turned 17, I was allowed to have 2 guests over to dinner for my birthday with Marge and Charlie. And that was our party. So I had Dennis, my best friend at the time, Dennis Prey, and he still lives here in Wichita, I think, and my girlfriend at the time. And that was it. And so then even prior to that, there was no birthday parties to speak of that I know of. I do remember when I was a young boy, and between years of 0 to 5, somewhere in there is when the Sanchez's took care of me when I was in Glendale, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, the Valley, that I remember there was a birthday party I had. And I don't remember anything much past the remembering that I had a birthday party. I kind of remember the situation of things, but that was that party. And then, and then there's, we're just going through 0 to 18. And after that, there's a lot of other parties and a lot of the things that happen, and, people that are in and out of your life, and whether, birthdays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all this stuff really matters to the other person, what have you, that I'm not doing that part of it. I'm talking about the childhood stuff. So when I was a kid, to me, I always thought it was really cool. All the stuff I saw on television, all the stuff I saw in movies, the stuff I heard people talking about, I was just so impressed with what it could be. And so maybe that's because the lack of what I had, the lack of traditions I had, I really hung on to the idea of making sure that family gets together and we all are better for each other and the world is a better place only because we're here with each other. And that we should do better for each other. We should really be better for each other in a lot of ways. And so as I saw that vacuum or that void in my own life, I thought, man, this is when I get older, I'm going to have a big house. I'm going to have all my kids there. I'm going to have all my grandkids there, great-grandkids. Everybody's going to hang out. We're going to get together at least from Christmas to New Year's, if that's a week there or 2 weeks, whatever it is, and say, hey, we're going to Dad's. We're going to Mom and Dad's. I would have always hoped that I would have stayed married. That was kind of the point of it, right? And but the point is now it's like, hey, I want to go to Dad's. I want to be at Dad's for Christmas. I want to hang out. I want to be there for the, Christmas Eve and hanging out and making sure everything's ready for Christmas Day. And that Christmas Day itself is a special moment where you get up and you spend time exchanging gifts and watching each other and seeing what that gratitude and what that expression of love looks like. And I always thought that this is what everybody else did. I thought everybody else craved Christmas in that same way. They craved having the time with each other. And I didn't realize that so many people until COVID really showed me how much people really don't like people. And what is sad is that it's almost like it's a cliche. It's like, people suck. Well, I love my dogs more. I have dog babies. I don't have real babies because real babies are a pain in the ass and they got a da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, and that, I don't need to go to Thanksgiving. I don't need to go to Christmas. I want to stay home. And I almost wish the boomerang effect would have hit harder going into the holidays than it really did with COVID. I really thought that people would push harder, especially after we all kind of saw the hysteria and how it was all lied. It was all lies. It was all make-believe. I really thought that we could come on the other side of this whole thing and go, never again. Never again will we ever go without each other. Never again will we let people go away. Never again will we never let ourselves get into that scenario of the government telling us what we can and cannot do. And so I would say that, hey, we come together and we want to do better. We want to be a community. And I thought, man, that's what we're going to see out of this because we really saw the crime of not being together. We saw the crime of people dying in rest homes. Charlie, I'm going to tell you that Charlie declined because I couldn't visit him, because I couldn't be there like I was before. He wasn't getting any social interaction. Marge wasn't there to drive him crazy. He was all on his own, and it drove him crazy. And I'm sorry that it happened, and I didn't know what I could do, but it was a weird time, and people were really being edgy. And so watching him decline in that situation shows me that even, just the physical effect of not being around people actually makes us worse. And that's what we ought to think about. We ought to think about what that really showed us and what we should really think of as Christmas going forward. And what we think Christmas should be and how Christmas should look and how it should feel. And maybe it is uncomfortable. Maybe we don't want to talk to our cousins or nieces or aunts or that one crazy uncle or whatever it is. But we should all be opening our hearts and making sure that we're all together and doing what we can and that no one is alone on Christmas, even if they want to be alone. And I know that sounds crazy that, hey, whether you want to be alone or not, you should be with somebody. No, that's not, you don't get to be alone. You don't get to do life alone. You're not an island. You're not special. See, here's what the doing alone shit does. The alone thing is actually just a self-deprecation. It's actually a self-sacrifice. Oh, look, I'm alone for the holidays. Oh. There's no effort in being alone. Really, guys. But being alone is destructive to the soul and destructive to the heart. It's destructive of our energy. Being without people. See, the idea that people will choose to say, well, I want to do alone is because they don't want to put the effort into conversation. They don't want to put in the effort of being rejected, to risk something. In our society today in America, we are so risk adverse that I just watch people not even try. I have watched people at a sidewalk. Listen to me, guys. I don't care where a sidewalk's at. If I need to cross the street, I'm crossing the street. I know how to play Frogger. I've seen how it works. The frog dies if you don't play right. But I've seen people stand there at the button, at the crosswalk with the stripes and the lines and the sign up there and all the little seconds and all the street lights and a very, 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 very modern intersection. And because that, hey, Laurent, good to see you, man. Laurent, hey, man, I haven't seen Canadia. What's up there, Canadia? I haven't seen you in a minute, man. What's going on? But I have sat there and watched people not walk when it was completely obvious they could walk. Completely obvious it was safe. Completely obvious that they should go. But they stood there and stood there and stood there and stood there. And because the hand never went away, they just stood there. And they could have freely gone out on their day, but they would rather stand there at a light that's telling them how to obey, that doesn't give two shits about their existence, but they're going to obey that little bleak, 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 bleak. My point of that is that, guys, are we really that dumb that we will sit there and watch a machine tell us not to walk and when to walk, and when we know how to protect ourselves and make our own decisions of free will? Will we? Will we sit there and watch a mechanical thing called AI tell us that it knows best? Guys, I literally work with Gronk and other levels of Gronk, and I will tell you, I understand, Laurent. I hope you're feeling better. He says he is feeling better, but I hope you get better than that. But I've watched Gronk fail on 1,000 times. You know what I did? I wanted a meme, and I thought, you know what? Gronk can do this. I wanted a meme that I've seen on Facebook and Twitter or, whatever it is. And I wanted a meme that had Erica Kirk with her evil eyes all down like this going, you're not saying what I want. You need to stop or stop. Whatever it was that she said on Fox and Friends, which was really humiliating for her. She wasn't humiliated. I was humiliated for her. I don't think she saw what she should see. But I asked it to simply go find me that meme on the internet, and it said it would give me the screenshot of the eyes, but it would never give me the meme. It just gave me these two screenshots of the view of her going all over her hooded eyes. So, guys, you think that AI is running it? You think they're going to do better? Here's the problem. I don't think we realize how complex our little bit of fatty matter between our earlobes behind our eyes, which our eyes are part of our fat, but the idea that we don't realize how complicated it really is. And we can say we can build algorithms to it. That's cool. But can you actually be a human? None of the movies ever have said they could do it. Even the best of them, C-3PO, R2-D2. These are talking androids that walk around. Remember, C-3PO was actually a language expert, but yet couldn't talk worth a piss. But then again, guys, we think that this AI is going to run the world and we don't need human beings. Well, I'm getting oh, that's good. It says getting ready for church. But I don't think the AI is it. I believe that where we're going to see the future is people are going to say, no, I don't want to see it on CD or on Netflix and chill. I don't want to see it on the TV. I want to go and watch the person sweat it out on stage and sing me the songs. I want to see people screw up in plays and with the strings and all the smoke and all the things you can see, all the accoutrement that goes into production of a play, or a person talking to you in person, Jim Price coming to you to a venue so that you can see him and shake his hand and know he's real. See, that will be where we're going to see the actual true value is in the human being always. No matter how many trillions of dollars you spend on AI, no matter how many trillions of dollars you spend on whatever fiber optic satellite, doos, it doesn't matter. It always defaults to you. It defaults to the human experience. Because as many times as I say, well, I can't wait to see a robot run a track meet, I don't want to see a robot run a track meet. I've never said that, but I was being facetious. But we want to see human beings do human being stuff, superhuman stuff, doing record-breaking stuff, seeing how far they can go. I don't give two shits about I got a truck that's got some hundreds of horsepower. But I'd rather see my grandson play with his cars and trucks. I'd rather see my kids doing things together and being happy and enjoying each other's company. I don't care about what a truck can do by itself. I'm not impressed by a Tesla. Oh, it drives on its own. So I've driven back and forth to the east and west coast 5 times in that truck out there. That's something to see. I did it. I put the time in. I got in there and did the work. If the automaton Tesla, did it, well, then what is that? What am I? I'm just like an observer. I don't actually experience life. See, that's what supposedly we're trying to do with this whole AI of things. And supposedly what these robots is to, run the vacuum for me 5 minutes a day. But that's called a Zumba. Or whatever they call them now. Intrusive electronics for surveillance device that listens to your every word and then also scales and memorizes all of your house and sends it back to China. Not my words, their own. Just like Alexa can go ahead and use sonic abilities, its sonic ability to register the different rooms in your house, listen to all of your goings on, including your footsteps, your dog traffic, what you'd say to your dog, what you say to your friends on your phone. It's all part of the agreement. Just like Ring cameras are accessible by law enforcement. Just like flock cameras that are all over your country are accessible. But the point of it is, guys, is that I don't need a robot to go and vacuum my floors or wash the dishes. I already got a dishwasher. How much simpler can it be? Loading the dishwasher is the height of our experience as a human being now. It's about coming together. It's about being with each other, being there for each other, seeing each other, involving each other. Someone letting a fart at the table. That's the human experience. But to avoid each other and not be around each other, well, that's not it. That doesn't answer any of the questions. That doesn't make us better. And one of the things I will tell you, I've said it here 1,000 times, I will say that how do you make somebody unweird? You make them unweird by talking to them. Because you're going to learn something from them, but they're going to learn something from you. If you're the normal person in the room and you're trying to help them, just talking to them generally, just talking to them about the weather, talking to them about their dogs, they're going to find out that what they're saying doesn't really match what you say and how you say it. and then they'll step up their game. This is very true. This is called peer pressure. I didn't invent this shit, guys. I'm just pointing it out to you, what it really is and how easy it is. So in the peer pressure of things, we come together and we're better for each other, and we are an amazing species on this big blue marble. As I tell you these things, guys, and I talk about it, I really want you guys to see that it really is the human experience, that the only reason that we have a savior, right? The only reason we have holidays, the only reason we have this country, the only reason we have all these things. Hey, Nicole, thank you so much. She says, look at you, Santa-like. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Nicole, and you have a wonderful holiday, Christmas season, and New Year's. We'll get together here at the New Year and talk about some stuff going on and see if I can get caught up on my stuff, including writing that book as we have talked. So it'll be good. All right, so remember, guys, the idea that this world around us seems so heavily complicated. Well, it's only complicated because you're not involved. You know, things look difficult until you do them the first time. You ever cast a fishing pole? That's about the weirdest shit on earth. You let a little line out and you take it and you sling it over your head and you just like, yeah, I'm going to throw it way out there. And you guys believe that. You guys believe in that. Kathy Martinez, good to see you. Aloha, everybody. Kathy, are you in the Hawaiian Islands? Hawaii? But we don't even think about learning to cast a fishing pole. Think about the first person who put a fishing string or line on a reel and reeled it in and then threw it back out, what that was like. I mean, there are people that are they have these ocean poles that sit on the shore, and they're able to make them mothers sling like hundreds of yards out there and do an amazing feat. I'm like, wow, that's breathtaking. But my point is that you don't know how easy life can be until you actually get involved. Until you're out there doing what you should do. You don't know. I'm like, oh no, it's so hard. Hey, Kathy Martinez, well, I don't remember seeing my airline invite. Did I not see that ticket on my... Boy, Kathy, I tell you, boy, that's kind of one-sided. You're all out there in Hawaii, and I'm here in Kansas. I don't know. It seems like there's a math problem here. No, I'm just kidding you, Kathy. I would love to be there, but I want to be here even greater. Grandkids will be here in the morning, and it'll be a whole thing. So anyway, when you get yourself involved in life, when you actually put the effort in life, you'll find out that that's actually not as hard as you thought. And the one thing I learned early on in my life is that we make more excuses and spend more time making the excuses than the actual task would have ever taken. Oh, I don't want to sweep the floor. I can't imagine doing that. Oh, that's so. I don't even know where the broom is at. What do I do with the dust and all this stuff? Or just go sweep the kitchen. I don't like running the vacuum cleaner. I don't want to do the dishes. I don't want to take the trash out. Taking the trash out, really, guys? As I've gotten older, I actually looking forward to taking the trash out more often because I just don't want trash in my house. If that thing's a little over half full, I'm going to take her. I'm out. We're going outside. So I'd rather have more trash bags than too much trash in my house. But that also is kind of how we look at our lives, don't we? We kind of stack it up. We kind of pile it up. We're not real good about taking our trash out. Maybe that's a metaphor in there somewhere. Maybe we could do better for each other. Maybe we could be that little extra. Maybe we take the trash out more often and we feel better about everything around us. It's a possibility. Hey, Brian, good to see you. Says, good afternoon, Senor A.T. Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for being over on Rumble. Remember, like, share, and comment. Share that out on that Rumble if you would, brother. I appreciate it over there. We got to get some traction on this show. There's a lot of things out there. I see what we're getting. We're getting about 150,000 views a month on average, and that's pretty good. Or no, I'm sorry, 150,000. We have 150,000 followers. Is what I have. Unique followers. So from the different platforms, I have 150,000 unique followers. and then my viewership is in, I guess it's millions or so, a few million here or there, cumulatively over the month. But I do have, I'm getting back some of those numbers, 150,000 unique followers on the different platforms, which I do appreciate those. So thank you, everybody. And that's kind of a deal for me to kind of get back to that. I appreciate that I'm starting to get there again. But we also need to like and share and comment and break this algorithm. We'll see what Twitter does after the first of the year. And also, TikTok is supposed to be owned by America now. Finally, that closing date happened a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago. And let's see if that changes TikTok's algorithm or if they keep censoring us the way they have been. See, TikTok is a lot like Facebook during COVID. It still kind of sucks. But nobody can tell you why certain things are allowed and certain things aren't. They'll just say, well, this is what violates. And then you go, no, I didn't. And then they'll go, oh, yeah, we're sorry. Well, then why'd you do it to begin with? That's what TikTok does a lot. There's a lot of I'm sorries. Oh, we'll take that. Oh, yeah, we'll put that back. But again, what's on the back side of that algorithm that now dinks you for, having posted stuff they had to take down or you had to appeal? See, that's the other thing, too, is it's always about if you have an arrest record, that's just as bad as convictions, guys. Do you know arrest records are almost considered to be more accurate or more telling of your personality than your conviction rate or conviction record? Yeah, that's a thing. So a lot of times it's not always about how many times they got those check marks to stick. But in reality, it has more to do with the amount of infractions you've had where they've had to undo it. Every time you got the arrest, every time you got the strike, those are all accumulated on the backside. What they show you? Come on, guys. Come on. Well, anyway, guys, it's been great seeing you. I am going to call it a day on a half-hour show. And today, I just wanted to let you know that everybody's important, including yourself. Don't discount yourself, who you are. And how you act and react defines you, not others. So if you want to be the superhero, then be the superhero. If you want to be the person who works harder than everybody else, then be that person. If you want to be stronger, taller, faster, smarter, whatever it is, put the god dang work into it. There is no such thing as just, people are like, well, how do you remember all that? Because I work my ass off on it. I work my ass off to remember the things I remember, that I can sit here and just do shows from my memory. That I can remember facts about science and biblical and all the other stuff. Guys, I put the work in because it is necessary to do this in a good way. And so put the work into life. Put the work into yourself. Fix your hair a little bit. Put some clothes on. Be on time. Be early. Watch what happens to your whole world if you start getting early. If you start getting to everything early, 10, 15 minutes early, everything changes. Oh, I know. That just means I have to get ready 10 minutes early. You need to move your clock up 10 minutes. That's just a big sacrifice you're not willing to do. Are you 12? Are you 3? Are you what? Booger eater here? What are we talking about? Show up early to everything in your life and find out how your life changes. Do your best to always greet people kindly, even if you don't know them. Give them a Merry Christmas. Give them a Happy New Year. Give them a whatever it is. Hey, how's your day going? You have a good day, man. Thanks for being here. And you don't know them from shit from Shinola, but you're there. And they're there, and you greeted them. But put the work in. Show up early and tell me how your life changes. Stand up and be more honest and tell me how your life changes. Be more honest with yourself and tell me how your life changes. I didn't say be cruel. I didn't say go out of your way to be vindictive or somehow tear two people down. But when asked the question, give a direct answer. That's it. And when someone is asking you for information or your opinion, then give them the honest opinion. Don't shine it up and shine, Joe Dirt it up there, Joe Dirty. No, just give them the truth and see how your life changes. It'll be hard on you because you're used to the lying and you're used to the ego. You're used to leaving it out. But what happens when we all start being honest with each other? The world becomes a better place. We all hate the evil in our world. Well, why don't we start with that little bitty thing that we do to ourselves first? How we abuse ourselves first and not being honest and authentic in who we are. And if we really want to talk about the reason for the season, we all say, well, this is because of Jesus' birth, but we know that happened in September, and we know this is about a new Baal worship to going into the new sun on the 22nd of this year. 21st was the shortest day. The new sun arrived on December 22nd. But this was a way of getting everybody to land on a date that way we could all say, well, we're going to do all the Christmas stuff and all these fall festivals all at the exact same time. And now we'll just call it all Christmas. That's how lazy we are. We can't have individual festivals. We can't have individuals who have their own ways of celebrating certain things. No, we got to cram it all into one box. And for what reason? Just because we're lazy about it. That's it. That's really what it boils down to. It's just because we're lazy about it. But that's all right. We can do better. And here's the thing about it. That's what's crazy, guys. What's crazy is you can do better. You can just do better. Then that's it. So if we're already down here at the bottom, if we're already down here where it sucks, if we're already down here way at the bottom, we're not doing as good as we should, then everything is up. Your amount of success is considerably higher than 100% because you're at the bottom. So 1% is 100% of a victory. Hello, right? And each time you push into that success, yes, the margin gets smaller the more you're successful, but by God, start somewhere. But I do appreciate everybody being out there and being a part of the show and what we've done for each other. I wish that we could do more. I wish I could do more. I'd love to have you guys over to a big old barn of mine and hanging out, and we're having turkeys, and everybody's hanging out, riding the four-wheelers and the dirt bikes, and we got the side-by-sides going and some RC cars, and we got a whole bunch of this and that, and the fire's roaring because, you know what, why not? And maybe you didn't have anywhere else to go, but you could go to my place. And that's what we should say to each other every single day. Being better than the day before. Remember that? Your future is a reflection, like I'm holding a mirror. Your future is a reflection of your heart now. Make sure your heart's in the right place every single day, being better than the day before. Too many times we think it's too hard to put in effort. But if you're at 0 effort, 1% effort looks amazing. 2%, 10%. If 8 billion people woke up tomorrow and did 10% nicer for the world around them, 10% more peace, 10% just being outwardly giving, 10% tomorrow, we wouldn't know what this world is anymore. We would be floored by the love and the positive energies that we would all feel at that very moment, because we're such at a negative right now. We're at such a 0 right now. Everybody's in such a suck to get mine, get me, get mine first, that if we did 10% in a positive way towards everybody on earth, all 8 billion all decide to go in one direction of just 10% of kindness. It would be so breathtaking. We would all just weep with joy. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. That's the world we live in. We can make it a better place just because we want to. And that's all hard it is. Just do it, guys. All right, well, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, just goddamn, be happy. Oh, wow, that's so damn hard. Why is it so hard? I wish I had like a studio on it so I could kind of reflect back in here like, yeah, and I get the head now. It's not that hard. It's not that hard, guys. Light will always push back darkness. Darkness cannot push back light. The more light in your heart, the greater the world is, because you're pushing back the dark, and that means other people will share in your light. And maybe they'll turn their light on. Maybe they'll start burning their light a little brighter, and then someone else will be encapsulated in that light because they were in the darkness before, and it doesn't take much, guys. It becomes like a mind virus. We're all just nicer to each other. We're all just better to each other. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everything you guys do for me, and it's been an amazing year. I will be here Monday and Tuesday of next week, and that will be all for the year until the coming week after that. So Monday, Tuesday, I'll be back to it. But, guys, I want you to think about each other and think of others before you think of yourself, and the world becomes a lot better place instantaneously. Because if you're thinking of others and others are thinking of you, your needs will always be taken care of. See how that works? If you selflessly give to others, and they are selflessly giving to others, you're going to get it. You're going to get taken care of. Things are going to be amazing. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Remember that what the 10% we do for our neighbor, our community, our city, our county, our state, our federal government, the more you do for them, the less they have to do for you. Learn how to be selfless and not so damn selfish. The world would be a far, far better place. Remember, hold the line, hold fast, do not give up, do not give in. We'll win. I promise. I make promise I can't keep. Guys, you've always been the answer out there. Never, ever, ever forget that. That Constitution limits that government with the badge and the gun. But too many times we've let these judges and others run wild without any checks and balances. But your Constitution says you are the owner. You own this country, and they are beholden to you as a servant would be, as if you own their literal soul, because that's what they said they were willing to do, is to be under your command, and you don't play the game the way it's supposed to be played. So don't be mad when they don't treat you like you should. All right, guys, that's about it for me. I'm going to be, what we got here? Ken Reason, good to see you. It's Jimmy Claus or Santa Price. Merry Christmas to you, man. Hey, thank you so much for being a part of the show. I do need to get going, and it's great to see all of you guys. So thank you so much for being a part of the show. Remember, guys, the reason in the season is actually you. Because when you become more authentic and you become more you, you'll find your creator, you'll find your God, and you will find your peace and your salvation. But when you want to go run to a steeple, when you want to go and run to something that's not Jesus, and you sit around and go, where is Jesus? Why am I not finding it? Why do I see the hypocrites? Well, you're in the same place the hypocrites are. Let's all think about whether we should be more honest with ourselves and find our own community and find where we need to be and be better for the world around us. All right, guys, that's about it for me. I'm Jim Price, the Jim Price Show Daily Update. You guys all be good to each other out there. Merry Christmas. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.